Yes, sir. Glad y'all are popping up in here. Just wanted to tap in really quickly and talk about a topic that everybody has to deal with in their relationship, and that is whether or not you have the courage to have the hard conversations. Do you got the courage to have the hard conversations? As y'all come on into the room, fasten your seatbelts, because this right here is something that everybody who is in a relationship has to deal with at some point or another. Last night, my wife and I, we were watching a movie, and the movie was actually pretty good. And what it was referencing and emphasizing was the fact that when it comes to being in a relationship, like a lot of times people be telling these lies, half-truths, and trying to make it seem as though they're protecting the other person. And the reality is that in some situations, like, that's going to be the case. But in other situations, sometimes what's happening is that we're actually not being honest because we're trying to avoid. We're trying to avoid the discomfort of having the uncomfortable conversation. And so in your relationship, my question for you is whether or not you're man enough, woman enough to cultivate the courage to have those uncomfortable, difficult, challenging, and hard conversations. If you are, I applaud you. That's one of the things that my wife and I have done over the course of being together for 30 years and 23 years of marriage, is that we have the hard conversations, y'all. I mean, just earlier today, I said something to my wife that was a bit out of pocket. And, she actually could have sat with that piece, which is what a lot of people do. They sit with it. But what they don't do is, again, cultivate the courage to double back and say what it is that they feel. And so my wife, what she did was she lifted it up. She lifted up what she felt, and she shared with me how she felt. And as a result, we had a more extensive conversation. And so I explained what it was that I meant, and everything was cool after that. Again, if you're in a real relationship, I challenge you to have the courage to have the hard conversations. If you're feeling something, say something. If you're feeling something, say something. It don't mean that you gotta be disrespectful, but what it does mean is that if you hold on to it, what it does is it builds up resentment. And so I challenge everybody on here, cultivate the courage to have the hard conversations. If you're struggling with communication and your issue, comment mindset. This is a mindset shift. We're doing a challenge on the 23rd through the 27th, the 5 days to more effective communication challenge. Comment mindset. And we're going to shoot you a DM, sharing with you how you can sign up. Comment mindset, y'all. Again, cultivate that courage. If you want to better communicate and connect, join us in the 5 days to more effective communication challenge. We're going up. We're going higher. We're building. We want y'all to build too. All right, fam. Peace.